Hello there, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm Andrew Z, a certified hypnotist, master of NLP, self empowerment, and online teacher. And I'm fascinated how people learn and about how the mind works and how we can use it to have a more positive life. This is my first ever mini audio that I have written and recorded. All information is real and applicable, but I am using a fictional pseudonym for the stage hypnotist in the story. In this narration, there is factual information gathered by personal experience and by interviewing hypnotists. This is a conversation with stage hypnotist Johntan Bulevar. Okay, I'm going to start right now and hope you enjoy this audiobook. Brilliant. So how did you start stage hypnotist, Johntan? My start in stage hypnotist, it's a story I never tired of telling. Like many hypnotists, I didn't set out to walk the spot. In fact, I was originally fascinated by magic and illusion as a teenager. I'd spend hours practicing card tricks and sleight of hand. One evening, I attended a magic convention, and among the flashy card tricks and grand illusions, there was a lone hypnotist giving a demonstration. No props, no gimmicks, just words. I watched as he completely hypnotized strangers and stuck complete strangers to chairs, forgetting their own names, and dancing like nobody was watching. It wasn't just entertaining, it felt impossible. But it wasn't. This was my aha moment. I realized that the most powerful stage of all is the human mind. I bought every book I could on hypnosis, from classic texts like Dave Ellman's Hypnotherapy to the works of Milton Erickson. But theory wasn't enough. I knew I had to get on the wagon wheel, they say. I knew I had to get hands-on experience. So I started practicing with friends, who were terrible subjects at first, by the way. Then it moved on to small local events and eventually got my first real gig at a college comedy night. The show was rough, to say the least. Half the audience was skeptical, and I was finding my stage presence. But one moment stuck with me. I had a volunteer who was in a deep trance. I suggest he was a famous opera singer. He stood up, puffed his chest, and belted out a non-nonsense aria with full passion. The crowd roared, young man. I knew then that I had something special within me. From that point on, I focused on mastering stagecraft, crowd psychology, and delicate balance between comedy and respect for my volunteers. What started as a hobby turned into a full-time career. I went from local events to theaters and corporate gigs, and before I knew it, I was headlining on cruise ships and performing at sold-out venues. It's been a wild ride ever since, but now I am quite old, I must say. But if you are curious, young man, about any part of it, the trainings, the challenges, events, the wild things I've seen people do on stage, I am happy to share. Okay, so you want to learn how to do transitioning from hypnotherapy, for example, to become a stage hypnotist. But it's a leap you are more than ready for, son. The skills you've built as a hypnotherapist, building rapport, recognizing trance depth, and using precise hypnotic language, are gold on stage. But I get it. The stage feels daunting. It feels different. It feels out of your comfort zone, I say, yes? And there's an audience watching, expecting to be entertained. That pressure can make you overthink it, does it? Yeah, I've had a fair share of overthink it, but I go by the philosophy of no mind, no mind, just do it, son. Yeah? Okay. So how do you shift your mindset? Well, I did some therapy, although it's not my specialty, but therapy is about subtlety, patience, and long term change, whilst the stage of hypnosis is about impact, energy, and pace. On stage, you're not just guiding one person, you're guiding an entire audience, I must say, into a shared experience. The mental shift is to embrace the role of the showman. I am the showman, and I still got it, although, yes, anyway. Yeah, or semi-retired, let's say. It's not about whether your subjects go deep enough. It's about whether the audience sees something happen. Laughter, surprise, amazement. Oh, you want a pro tip? Wink, wink, wink. Don't aim for perfect hypnosis on stage. Aim for memorable moments and big reactions. They don't have to be in a deep zombie-like trance like all those bozos thing hypnosis is. No, trance to follow playful suggestions. Sometimes just the social pressure of being on stage is enough to make them play along. Go winky, winky, wink. So that is the secret of stage hypnosis. Okay. You asked me how to structure your first show. Okay, young man. Okay, you don't need complex, high concept shows for your big, wonderful debut. You just need 3 simple parts. Let's keep it simple, young man. 3 simple parts. You need the induction and warm up, right? Tell the crowd what's going to happen. We call it pre-talk in hypnosis circles. This builds anticipation and removes all the unnecessary fluff and fear. Share a few fun facts about hypnosis, but keep it light. Don't sound like a nerdy nerd. Just keep it to 3 sentences, okay? Then you will do the induction. Obviously, you know how to do an induction, but I'm going to tell you. Use a rapid induction. People expect to see something happen. People want to see miracle happen, right? Early on, keep it smooth but confident. If it takes too long, the audience get restless, especially in this fast-paced world you are living in, the TikToky generation. Okay, the routines and skits. This is where you shine. Fun, playful, write this down. Fun, playful, high energy suggestions like forget your name, remember to forget to remember your name right now, or your feet are stuck to the floor completely, are easy to build wins towards bigger moments, to the crescendo, I must say. Like, you're the world's biggest and best dancer, you're the world's best opera singer, or your chair is burning hot, getting hotter. Brilliant. Okay, you've got the idea. You want a sample breakdown? Okay, so 5 to 10 minutes intro and setup. Induction and selection. Make sure that you select the right candidates. Do not be afraid to send people back. Brush it off. Do the small funny bits like name amnesia, stuck hands together, light and heavy hands, or anything bigger. Routines, invisible orchestra, hot and cold sensations, you name it. And then the finale, the big like superstar routine where everyone is part of the grand moment, like dancing. Even the crowd starts dancing in the moonlight. Dancing. Pro tip: your first show has to be simple. Classic routines. You'll refine them as time goes, okay? However, the classics exist because they work. Pick volunteers wisely. pick volunteers wisely. In hypnotherapy, every client is a subject. But on stage, you have the luxury to choose your subjects. Take advantage of it. Call up 10 to 15 people, even if you only want to keep 6, 5, or 8 on stage. You might ask me why? Because some won't click with the process, and you can excuse them. Look for the eager, playful types. They're the ones laughing, clapping, and making eye contact. Avoid stoic, arms crossed crowd. Those are the skeptics, and their resistance can mess with your energy. They can mess up your show, so just let them watch to the audience. Do not hypnotize any people who are drunk or on any substances, okay? How to overcome the stage nerves. If you had to tell me to perform today, I will still get stage nerves. But you overcome them. If you're in your head, what I told you before, no mind, you're thinking too much about you. Do not think about you. I learned this also from martial arts. Shift your focus on them, the audience, and the volunteers. Ask yourself, how can I make them feel amazing, entertained, and part of something special? That's why I love hypnosis so much, because I can make people feel special, part of something special. The mental shift instantly changes your energy. I just given you a secret, given any entertainer the secret to focus on the audience, not on yourself, and that will ease your mental block and nerves. Okay. Here's a mental trick, because I love to help people. I've used, before I step on stage, I repeat these affirmations, let's say. I'm a hypnotist at the end of the day, so I'm all into this self-empowerment stuff, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I'm here to give them a great experience. I'm here to be perfect. I am here to be generous. Perfectionism kills stage energy. Generosity fuels it. You want me to repeat that? Okay. Perfectionism kills stage energy. Generosity fuels it. Pro tip. If you hit a blank moment on stage, it happens. Stall confidently. Gain your center. Tell the audience something like, sometimes the unconscious mind takes a moment to process, but that just makes the effects stronger. Use silence as power. You're the hypnotist. Silence works for you. Mastering the energy of the crowd. The energy of the audience is a living thing. In therapy, it's just you and the client. On stage, you're managing an entire room's mood. Stay strong. Stay playful. And don't let dead air linger. Here's how to own the energy early on. Big entrance. Walk on like you're own the world, like you're the best thing since a slicey bread. Okay, since sliced bread. Confidence is contagious. Even if you're nervous, move like a lion. Roar. A little visualization trick I used to do. I used to imagine myself as a lion. Hello, everyone. Are you ready to have some fun being hypnotized, mesmerized? You get the deal. Involve the crowd early on. This is a trick I've learned from my comedian friends. Involve the crowd. Before the inductions, ask them to clap. Come on, everybody, let's applause. If you've seen hypnosis before, or who wants to be hypnotized today? This primes them to engage because hypnosis is a participatory show, Build suspense during the induction and pauses when you say, and in a moment you'll feel a shift. The pause makes people hang on your words. So build suspense. Keep talking, even if you feel uncertain. Ramble, jamble, babamble, bamble, bamble, bananas. The second you go quiet for too long without purpose, people feel awkward. Use your stage voice to fill that space. The ending is what the audience remembers. It's what gets you booked to other shows, Do something grand, something positive. The everyone's a rock star routine is a classic reason for this. Everyone on stage thinks they're music superstars, and the audience gets to watch their friends go wild. It's a perfect finish. Then end with something empowering. People love leaving a show feeling good. I usually say something like, now every suggestion I've given you will fade away. But what won't fade is that feeling of confidence you felt tonight. You've proven that with the power of your mind, you can accomplish anything. And that, my friend, is true power. People eat that up. They leave feeling amazing, and that's the vibe they remember. Practice confidence, not perfection. Perfection is a trap. Perfection doesn't exist. Your first show will be messy. You'll forget lines, you'll forget some routines will flop. That's okay. The audience doesn't know your script. They'll only see what you show them. If you laugh, play it off, and keep moving forward, they'll never know anything went wrong. Confidence, not perfection, is the hypnotist's greatest ally. After every show, write down 3 things that went well for you and 1 thing you'll do better. That's how I level up. 1 small tweak per show and you become unstoppable. Always be kind to yourself. Your first show won't be perfect, but it will be a powerful experience for you. You're a hypnotist. You already know how to read people, adapt on the fly, and give the unconscious mind how it works, But just a little bit louder. Rehearse your transitions. Okay, write down 3 and 4 transition lines, for example. Now let's crank things up a bit. But wait, I want to try something even more fun right now. Okay, very good. And offer to do a show in every place you can, in order for you to get very good practice. So, you want to learn about what induction I used? No problem. Okay. On stage, the induction needs to be quick, visual, and undeniable. In hypnotherapy, you can afford a slow, aggressive relaxation. But on stage, you can't. The audience needs to see something happen, and they need it fast. This creates a buy-in in the crowd. My go-to induction, classic group induction. Here's my bread and butter induction. It's simple, reliable, and works with crowds of any size. First, I do the pre-frame. I say, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and follow along with my voice. The more you follow, the better it works. This isn't about trying. It's about allowing yourself to follow every suggestion. Every breath you take, you will go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. I If you feel you are relaxing too fast, that's good. That's exactly what needs to happen. So that is the pre-frame. The induction. Take a deep breath in and let your eyes gently close as you breathe. And again, that's it. In and out. Each time you breathe, you will go deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper asleep. With each breath, let your relaxation double now. Notice the weight in your arms, the heaviness in your eyelids. Imagine your eyelids become heavier and heavier. It feels so glued shut right now. The more you try to open them, the more stuck they feel. The more stuck they feel, the more you try. Right now. That's it. Completely stuck together. Try to open them and notice how heavy they feel. Heavy they feel. Heavy they feel. Heavy they feel. Now, try to open them and notice how heavy they feel. Now take the same heavy feeling right now and send it down to your arm and legs and let it go all the way to your feet. On the count of 3, you'll feel a sudden shift where every muscle, every nerve, every body, every energy goes completely relaxed. As I count from 1 to 3, you will go deeper now. 1, that's it. 2, 3, deeper now, deeper. Sleep, drift, dream, relax. After this, I follow the deepening commands. Every sound you hear, every breath you take, doubles this feeling. The deeper you go, the better you feel. Then I do the head drop trick. If I want to drive it home, I might go to a few people and physically tap their head gently while I say sleep. Boom, sleep. It's just a gentle tap, okay? Ask permission to touch people, but when you move it like allow your heavy chin to fall forward or something like so, a physical cue, so you deepen the trance even more. If you lose them during the induction, don't panic, send them back. The audience can't tell you, can't say we're going deeper now, and just layering suggestions, they won't know it wasn't perfect. They don't really care. Just send people. Confidence is everything. Then you could go on after the induction or before the induction. For your pre-selection phase, you could do a suggestibility test. Let's say the balloon and bucket test is my absolute favorite. Have the audience close their eyes. Put your right arm just right in front of you, palm up. Imagine right now I'm trying a heavy bucket on the water, full it peeling for a little heavier. Use your imagination, okay? Now with your hand, imagine I'm tying a helium balloon to it. It's getting lighter, floating higher and higher, lifting and rising and lifting and rising and lifting and rising and lifting. Watch the response. This works the majority of the time. The heavy hand bucket technique, whatever you call it, you just do it, Very good. So, any more questions? Because this was like a very insightful way of how you could get started in performing hypnosis. You good? Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. This was a Positive Life Academy production, a short but informative audiobook to learn a little bit about key insights of how a hypnotist, an entertaining hypnotist, might think. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next lessons or videos. And if you want any more style of videos like so, just let me know.